Good morning, lovelies, and we are here yet again with another devotional from Lisa Kai, and it goes like this. Instant Mom. Mike was a single dad with a young daughter when we met and eventually got married. Being newly married and a wife and a mother at the same time was not easy as I thought. I was only 27 when I became an instant mom of a 7-year-old girl. I have to be honest, I had no idea how to be a mother. After being married for about 3 months, I noticed that I was getting a little distant because I was having a hard time adjusting to being a wife and an instant mom. The way I dealt with it uncomfortable situation was not to engage in the situation or the relationship, but to remain silent. I started to shut them out and go about doing my own things. The struggle was real in our family, and I can relate to our blended families. We all come from different upbringings with different styles of parenting and different ways of showing love to one another. When families merge, it is not always a smooth transition. Unfortunately, we tend to miss the mark with one another. When our heart is not in the right place, our love can become depleted. Where we need God's help. When relationships become complicated and cease to flourish, whether it be with our husband, our wife, our children, our siblings, our in-laws, we must ask God to forgive us because our hearts can quickly become hardened and bitter. In Gary Chapman's book entitled The Five Love Language, we discover that there are 5 different ways in which we show love and want to receive love: physical touch, quality time, gift giving, acts of service, and encouraging words. We can know each other's love language, but if we don't show or speak their love language, it won't help us in our relationship. For example, children who like to receive love through physical touch will not feel comforted when hurt unless someone gives them a hug or a kiss. We need to show love in the way that they can receive it, and vice versa. Perhaps that means that you need to show more affection and give encouraging words even if you don't feel like it. Or perhaps you need to show acts of service through cleaning the house or doing the dishes. If you are experiencing difficulty in your relationship, get on your knees and cry out to God to help you love. Let God help you let go of your bitterness, anger, or hurt. Continue turning to God for His wisdom and His help because we cannot understand one another without God. Take this season as a season of growing to trust God and knowing that God is God. Then stand back and see what God does in your life in each season and how He merges lives together to bear fruit. And our scripture reading for this devotional is taken from First Peter 4:8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Our next scripture reading is taken from 1 John 3:18. 1 John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. And our last scripture reading is taken from Ephesians 4:2-3. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Guys, I want to thank you again for listening to this devotional today. I hope it blesses your heart, and I do wish you have a great and productive day. And I'll see you at the next appointed date and time. Once God spare our lives, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.